Today we're going to work on how to use WeVideo to create a video. First things first, you'll want to get into your Google Chrome and you're going to want to open up your apps, which can be found on the left hand side over here, apps. You should already have WeVideo downloaded, so go ahead and click on that. Now it should take you to something that looks similar to this. If it doesn't, it might be asking you for some information associated with your school account, so just click accept. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new video. And as I wait for it to load, I'm going to go up to the right hand side where it says Untitled Video and title it Practice Video and save. Now for this practice video, to show me that you know how to use WeVideo, you have a couple requirements. Okay, the first one is to add a picture, add a video, add audio, add a caption, add a beginning slide and an ending slide. So to begin with, let's work on uploading some media. You have a couple tabs right here. This one right here called Media is going to show you all the pictures, video, audio that you have saved to your account. This one is if you want to add some other background pictures or images to your video. And this one right here is audio. So this just has a bunch of different things that are already downloaded. This is your transitions between one picture to the next. And this is where you'll find your captions, beginning slide, and ending slide. So to begin with, we're going to add a picture. Your requirement is to add a picture of George Washington. So go ahead and open up a new tab, type in George Washington, and pick any of the pictures that you see. Okay, I'm going to do this one. And to do so, I'm going to right-click, Save Image. I'm going to put it on my desktop because that'll be the easiest place to find it, and call it George Washington. Now, while that is uploading and saving to my computer, I'm going to make sure that I click Visit Page. You're going to need this website later on when you have to give credit to the sites that you used in your research and your video. Now, back at my WeVideo, I'm going to go to Upload, Browse, and if I go to my desktop, I should see there's my George Washington picture. So the blue means that it's going through and uploading, and once it goes to 100%, it'll go to green, and that'll be processing. So while that goes, we're going to take a look at your timeline over here. Okay, you have a couple different options. You have the storyboard option, which is probably the basic look to WeVideo. You have a timeline simple, and you have a timeline advanced. For this, you'll probably want to be on the advanced because you're going to need different levels. Okay, we can look over here and it says that there's one thing that's uploading, and it says right there that it's already uploaded. Perfect. So when I go back to my media, there's my picture of George Washington. Okay, and you know it's the right one because the title that says George Washington right there. Okay, so let's start out by adding a beginning slide. So if I go to text, I can click on text, and I'm going to drag it down to the main. Okay, now you can see that that's really long. I don't want it that long. I don't want it more than 5 seconds. So I can click and I can drag it here to make it 5 seconds, or I can click up here and I can drag it as well. So let's set this at 5 seconds. Now I don't want it to say text, I want it to say practice video. I can change the style, I can make it bold, I can make it different colors, I can change the size to 64. Perfect. Okay, now I did that by clicking on the little pencil option right here. Okay, now I have a slide right here I don't really want, so you can see there's a little garbage can there, or there's a garbage can there. So I'm going to delete that, and this is all I have so far on my video. Perfect. Okay, now let's add our picture of George Washington. Go up to the media file, find your picture, and drag it to the end of your video. So there I can see my George Washington clip goes from 5 seconds to 10 seconds. Okay. Now remember, I told you to click on the visit website. Okay. So let's create a credit slide at the end. So going back to my text, I'm going to click on end. And now I'm going to edit that. Directed by Mrs. Jacobson. And let's get rid of that. Sources. I'm going to go back up here, click on my George Washington website, and we're going to paste it over. Okay. We can always change and add to it later. The next requirement is to add a video clip. Okay, you can do one of two things. You can videotape yourself with the web camera, or if you have an iPod or even your own camera, you can always videotape yourself, upload it to your computer, and then go through and upload it like what we did with our George Washington picture. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do it with your web camera on your video or on your WeVideo. Okay, if I go back to the Me folder, the media folder, you're going to see upload media and record. By clicking on record, it's going to ask me to allow my camera and allow my microphone, so I'm going to click allow. And you might see up here in the right hand side allow or deny. Make sure you click allow. Okay, so right now you should be able to see me. I'm just going to click record. It's going to count it down. I'm going to say this is a practice video for world history and click stop recording. Now you're not done there. Make sure you click save. And it's going to upload it like what it did with your picture. So you can see right over here it's spinning. And now we are waiting for it to process. It is processing, and very shortly it'll say that it is uploaded. There it is. So when I go back to my media folder, if I look down here, there I am. Okay, so let's drag and add that to our video. We're going to put that after our George Washington picture. And then there it goes from 10 seconds to 14.5, which is perfect. Okay. Another requirement is to add audio. And to do so, we are going to go back up to our media folder there. Let's put our cursor at the start of our picture because that's what we're going to associate it with. Okay, you need to say this is a picture of George Washington. Now down below you should see a row that says voiceover and a little microphone. When you click on that, it's going to give you this screen right here. Now this is not going to record your picture, it's just going to record your microphone. And I'm going to click on record. It's going to count me down, and I'm going to say this is a picture of George Washington. And click save. Okay. Sometimes it might pop up and it might give you an error message, so just go back and re-record it. Here you can see it put the audio right where I had put my cursor, but the only problem I see is that my audio is not as long as my picture. Okay, I want to match those up. So I'm going to click on George Washington. I'm going to click to the right hand side and I'm going to shorten that baby up. Okay, and now you can see that my video also moved over, as did my ending slide. Okay, the last thing that you need to do is add a caption. Okay, you can do your caption with a picture or your caption with a video. For this, let's just add a caption to your video. Okay, by going up to your text, you're going to click on subtitles. And let's drag that down to your video 1. Okay, video 1 is where you can add text. I'm not quite sure if you can do that with your voiceover or your audio one. Okay, so let's take a look. You should see there it is. I don't want it to say edit the subtitles for the movie. I'm going to have it say this is Mrs. Jacobson. Then again, you can change your font. I'm going to make it underlined. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Done editing. Okay. If I take a look, it looks like it is longer than my picture. So same thing, we're going to go and we're going to shorten it up to about the same length as my video. Okay, and now let's go back and play it.
I'm going to say this is a picture of George Washington. I say this is a practice video for world history.
Okay, and there you go. So there you just created a video for practice for your project. If you have any questions, just come and ask and see me. The last thing that you'll need to do is go through and publish your video. That can be done by clicking at the top Publish. Okay, if you want, you can save it to your Google Drive, which is why that's selected. Okay, because we have a free version, you can't click YouTube. And click Publish. It's going to go through and process it, and you will see an email similar to this one in your school email.